Hello, welcome to your practice today. My name's Annie and I'm going to be guiding you through a 15-minute yoga flow to support you in cultivating a sense of courage. Now, this is something that I'm loving at the moment, this exploration of what courage really means in a moment-to-moment experience. So from the teachings of yoga philosophy, we have the yamas. And one of the yamas is aparigraha, which is non-grasping. And for me, what I've come to realize is that we tend to hold on to things that we're either scared of losing or that we really want to try and get to, right? So we have this sense of moving through our lives, either holding on to what we already have or holding on to the idea of what it is that we want. And that's usually governed by the ego. And it takes real courage to acknowledge that and to step forwards from a place of love when so often we operate from fear, that fear of losing what we have or fear of not getting what it is that we want. And so our practice today, in this short practice, we're going to be finding a connection to the heart space in order to cultivate a sense of courage to carry forwards with us in whatever it is that the day ahead might have in store for us. So close down your eyes for a moment, connect the hands at the heart. It's an incredibly powerful, compassionate center of our being, but also where all of that courage within us resides. Let's just use the breath, a couple of deep breaths, to connect into this space. Good. From here, just soften the corners of the mouth. Raise the prayer hands high, reach them up over your head. And then float the arms around behind your back, interlace the fingers, and just lift from behind the heart, so proud chest. Good. And then release the hands, tuck the tailbone, bring the hands out in front of you. You're going to connect the fingers right up to the webbing of the fingers and push the backs of the hands away. So really starting to round through the upper back. And then broaden the elbows, reach back, lift the heart space, proud chest. And then curling back in, gentle tuck of the tailbone, like you're hugging through a tree, hugging round a tree. Open up the chest. This time you're going to place the hands behind you. Walk the fingertips back and really roll the shoulder blades down the back of the body. So we're finding that sense of support in the back of the heart. Good. Proud chest, humble chin. And then walk the hands in front of you. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good. From downward facing dog, bend the knees, take a breath in. And as you exhale, big sigh, release the heels a little further down. You can keep bending the knees. We're going to sigh out in that way again. So bend the knees. Good. Bending the knees one more time. Lovely. From here, let's walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine, look up halfway, and fold over your toes. Rise up to standing, reach your arms up. Good, let's interlace the hands behind your back. Soft knees, lift your chest. And exhale, folding forwards. Good, release the hands, bend your knees. Chair pose, send your hips back in space. And then fold back down over your toes. You're going to look up halfway, shift the weight to the right foot, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Drop the knee down to the floor, gather from the inner thighs, and sweep your arms up alongside your ears. Now, rather than coming into your deepest lunge, draw everything in, hug from the outer hips, and reach the arms high. Good. You can flatten the top of the left foot to the floor. Good. Proud chest again, finding that courage at the heart center. Turn the little fingers in towards one another and broaden through the upper back. Good. Now interlace the hands behind you. You're going to tuck the back toes, push through the feet and rise up to a lunge. Drop the back heel. Good. Open up through the chest and then melt down to humble warrior. Release the jaw, release the back of the neck. No gripping. We're softening the body. Finding the courage to just be in this experience, whatever it looks like. Let's inhale, find the ball of the back foot, reach the arms up, and then take the elbows wide. Good. From here, release down, frame the right foot, step to the top of the mat, and fold over your toes. Rise up to standing, reach up. And exhale, fold. And as you fold, we shift the weight to the left foot. Lengthen the spine. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. We're dropping the knee down, coming into that crescent lunge. So gather up first before you find your lunge. Lift from the body. And then find your way into the shape. Engaging everything, so drawing everything up, like you're really lifting the energy, you're gathering yourself without force, cultivating this sense of presence in your own experience. Good. And take another breath. Interlace the hands behind your back, tuck the right toes, rise up to that lunge, then drop the heel, lift your chest, humble warrior. Melting down. Takes courage to be humble, to release the grip or the desire of the ego. And draw that left hip back in space. We're going to release the hands, pick up the back heel, come into your lunge. And as you exhale, broaden through the chest, elbows wide. Good. Breathe here. Release the hands down. Frame the left foot, step forwards. Fold over your toes, exhale. Rise to stand, look up, and bend your knees, chair pose. Extend the arms alongside your ears. Shift the weight to the right foot. Bring your left knee into the chest and stand up tall. We're going to float the hands back, but keep riding the air beneath you. So surfing the air. There's buoyancy through the chest. So again, we come to that proud chest, cultivating that sense of presence in your experience. Take an inhale in. And then bend your right knee, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Bring the arms out at shoulder height, warrior two. So find your way into this shape, and then have the courage to soften the edges, loosen the grip, and just be here. Trust yourself. Find that drishti, that gaze point, that center of focus. Let's flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Now frame the right foot at the top of the mat. We're going to sweep that right leg high. Bend the knee and open the hip. Now there's an option to stay here or to step behind you and take wild thing. Lifting the heart skywards. Breathe. Wherever you are, have the courage to just be there fully. Don't let the mind run elsewhere. If it does, just bring yourself back to the breath. We're placing the right hand back down to the floor. Right leg reaches high. Look forward, step the right foot to the top of the mat. And then left leg to the top of the mat. Fold over your toes. Bend the knees, chair pose. Shift the weight to the left leg. Bring your right knee in. Send the leg back as you're surfing the air beneath you. Proud chest, lifting up. Find that energy through the body. The courage to be present, to be here in all the wobbles, to be here fully in your breath. Bend your left knee, step your right foot back. Take the arms out at shoulder height. We're in warrior two. Breathe. Hugging that left hip back. You've got it. So good. Gaze over that little finger, middle finger. Soften the jaw, soften the grip. Find a sense of composure, of grace and ease. Let's flip the front palm. Reverse the warrior back. Bring the hands either side of the left foot. We're going to sweep that left leg up and back behind us. Bend the knee and open the hip. If you want it, the wild thing is there. Turning your heart skywards, lifting out of the waistline, creating that support underneath the heart with the right shoulder blade. Good. Now place the left hand down. Left leg lifts high. Look to the top of the mat. Step your left foot there, your right foot there, and fold over your toes. We rise to standing. Inhale. And exhale. Release the hands to the heart and to the sides. Breathe. Soften into your breath. Keep the chest proud, the chin humble. Feel this vibration, the energy of the heart space. Tune into here, this center of courage that allows us to move from operating through fear to stepping forwards with love. And let's bend the knees, chair pose. As you exhale, fold forwards, interlace the hands behind the back. Heel toe the feet a little bit wider. And just gently drop down without force. Have the courage to let go, to be here, whatever it looks like. And then bend your knees. Release your hands in front of you. Now maybe you place the hands down behind you, or maybe you can lower down onto your seat from here. Depends on a lot of things, not just flexibility. Let's pick up the knees. Coming into boat pose for a moment, and automatically you might want to start rounding here. So see if you can draw on the backs of the legs to keep the chest proud. Have the courage to stay here. Trust yourself. Know that you're here in moment-to-moment presence, and that's enough. Whatever that experience is. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, take hold of the tops of the feet. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out to the sides. You're going to draw the spine long and gently fold forwards. So it's a short practice today. You can choose to keep the spine long or release the feet and fold. But all it takes is a few breaths. All it takes is a few moments to disconnect from everything that tries to distract us, everything that tries to make us operate from fear. Everything that plays to the wants, the desires of the ego. Just a couple of breaths, a few moments of presence to detach and center into the heart space. So you have an option here. You could come to lie down onto the back for Shavasana. Or if you would prefer, you can come to seated and just take a couple of moments to be with your breath. Placing perhaps one hand to the heart and one to the belly. And feel the resonant energy of the heart space wherever you are. Allowing the mind to rest into that space. And feel a sense of connection to the great power of courage within you. If you're lying on the floor, when you're ready to do so, you'll start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. You'll move very slowly at your own pace to come up and meet me here in a comfortable seat, where we'll gather the two hands at the heart. And we'll choose to sit for just a moment, enough to gather the courage that we've cultivated in our practice. In these short moments together, trust that it's enough to carry that courage forwards with you as you meet whatever the rest of your day has in store for you. Knowing that we can always come back to this compassionate center within us, to cultivate the courage to let go of whatever it is we're fighting for and move from fear into love. Take a deep breath in. And a big sigh, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me in practice today. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed your practice, then why not come and join me on the practice? It's my online studio. There's a free 7-day free trial, and we've got loads of classes on there. I really hope to see you there soon.